McLaren heads into the Singapore Grand Prix weekend with a shot at history. They're just a few points away from clinching their 10th Constructors Championship and their second in a row after absolutely dominating the 2025 season. With a massive 333-point lead over Mercedes, it's almost a done deal. But as the team gears up for a celebration, there's a bigger issue brewing inside the garage. The real battle isn't for the team trophy anymore. It's the Drivers' World Championship, and it's turning into a full-on showdown between their two stars, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. For months now, McLaren CEO Zak Brown and team principal Andrea Stella have stuck to their well-known papaya rules. Equal cars, equal chances, no number one driver. It's simple. Let the best man win. That open policy has helped keep the atmosphere light and positive, which in turn has powered them to the top of the standings. But now, with only 7 races left after Singapore and just 25 points separating the two drivers, that approach is about to face its toughest test yet. Everyone knows McLaren's going to win the Constructors. The real question is, how will they manage a title fight between teammates? At this point, Oscar Piastri leads the championship with 324 points. It's only his 3rd season, but he's shown incredible poise under pressure. Right behind him is Lando Norris, sitting at 289 points. The gap is narrow, but things get even more complicated with Red Bull's Max Verstappen charging back into contention. The 4-time world champion has recently found form again, and now has 255 points. He's still on the outside, but one bad race from the McLaren drivers could open the door for him. And that's Zak Brown's nightmare scenario. Giving both drivers freedom could end up costing the team the title entirely. Still, Brown is sticking to his principles. The Constructors is looking very strong, and what we want is for both our drivers to fight for the championship on equal terms. Equal equipment, equal chance, he said recently. It's a bold stance, a throwback to the old days of Formula One, where teammates often went head-to-head for glory. But today, with every single point counting more than ever, fans and experts are split on whether this is brave or just risky. The team insists McLaren comes first. But once the team title is secured, what happens if the drivers start putting their own ambitions ahead of that message? The pressure is ramping up fast. Both drivers know that with Verstappen waiting for a slip-up, there's no room for error. Until now, the team has kept things calm, but lately there have been signs of tension. The racing is getting tighter, the moves more aggressive. The big question isn't if team orders will happen, it's when. And when that time comes, will both drivers go along with it? Or will one put his own title hopes first? This is where mindset becomes everything. Piastri has shown incredible maturity this season, but some veterans wonder, does he have that selfish edge all great champions need? Former McLaren driver and 2-time world champion Mika Häkkinen believes it's a must. You have to be selfish. You have to think about yourself, about what's best for you, he said. He knows that standing up to the team might not look good, especially for a younger driver like Piastri. But he also knows that's what separates champions from just good drivers. David Coulthard, Häkkinen's old teammate, was even more direct. Racing drivers are selfish by nature. They've fought tooth and nail to reach Formula One. That doesn't change when they get there, he said. He doesn't think McLaren's papaya rules will hold up much longer. They both want to win. At some point, one of them is going to say, "Forget the team. I want this title for myself." Right now, Piastri is in front. But Norris isn't backing down. After 7 years at McLaren, he's waited a long time for a car that can finally win a championship. Now that he's got it, he's blocked by his younger, less experienced teammate. So far, their relationship has been good, but title fights can change things fast. Norris is known as the nice guy of the paddock, but if he feels he's being denied his shot at glory, will that kindness fade? The numbers make it even more intense. With 7 races left after Singapore, Piastri's 25-point lead isn't exactly secure. In Formula One, that margin can vanish in a weekend. One DNF did not finish for Piastri, and a win for Norris would completely flip the standings. That's exactly what happened to Charles Leclerc in 2022. When he lost a big lead to Verstappen due to strategy errors and car issues. Both McLaren drivers are under pressure, but they're responding in different ways. Piastri is staying calm and focused, sticking to his smart, consistent style. He rarely makes mistakes, and that's helped him stay in the lead. But some critics argue that his cool approach could hurt him if the title fight calls for more aggressive risks. To win a championship, you sometimes have to leave your comfort zone. Norris, on the other hand, has shown flashes of brilliance and moments of frustration. He's driven well lately, but you can see the pressure weighing on him. He knows this may be his best shot at a title. With other teams likely to catch up next year, the clock is ticking. Being the senior driver and the one who's stuck with McLaren through tough times adds even more pressure. What makes this battle so gripping is how different their paths have been. Piastri was a star in the junior ranks, winning Formula 3 and Formula 2 back-to-back. His move to McLaren was seen as a long-term play, but he's hit the ground running. Norris, in contrast, has been the heart of McLaren's rebuild, patiently sticking around during the bad years and helping turn the team into a contender. And now, this is the challenge Zak Brown and Andrea Stella must manage for the rest of the season. Every choice they make will be scrutinized. Let them race, and they risk a costly crash or a title loss to Verstappen. Give team orders, most likely in favor of Piastri, who's leading, and they risk alienating Norris, a loyal team player for years. It's a classic Formula One dilemma. On one side, the dream of fair competition, 2 world-class drivers going toe-to-toe. On the other, the brutal reality. In F1, winning is everything. And sometimes, fairness gets left in the dust. The final 7 races will test nerves, skill, and loyalty. Will Piastri develop that ruthless edge? Will Norris stay calm? Or will frustration get the better of him? And will Zak Brown stay true to his no-favorites plan? Or make the tough call that could decide the driver's championship? The answers are coming soon. The fight continues in Singapore, then on to Austin, Mexico, and beyond. If you were Zak Brown, what would you do? Stick to the fair fight? Or do whatever it takes to make sure one of your drivers wins the title?